Hi again, everybody. Today, we'd like to do some elasticities. How to make our body elastic. We've touched on this before, but let's sum it up. Let's put a few of them together so we get a good understanding of that. We don't dance stiff. Stiff doesn't dance. Stiff as a pole, okay? So the way we bend our bodies, the hinges, we have hinges in our knees, our pelvic, our elbows, our shoulders. There's all kinds of things that bend in your body. That's rhythm. And that's why we say, if you lower yourself, okay, and just stay there flat, the things you have to do to keep yourself from bouncing around, the bending of your knees, your arches, your toes, the balls of your feet, your hips, your rib cage, that is dance. Those movements are dance. So it's one way to look at it. If you keep your top still, then everything else can move a whole lot. So now we're going to talk about the ones in a connection up here. So right here, we talked about this before, you have an elasticity. If this arm goes back, go ahead, would you put that arm back? Right. See, this pec opens up from the center out to the shoulder. Then if she closes it, boom, it pinches right there. Both of those are energies, okay, and elasticities. Energy because you have one part of your body pulling against the other part of your body. That's an energy. That's how we create energies in our body, and we'll talk about that later on. But right now we want the elasticities. In swing, here's the big mistake in West Coast swing. 1, 2, 3. When you come in here, what a lot of people do, 1, 2, and they freeze, da, da, da. 1, 2, boom, push right here. Okay, and it's very stiff, knocks you off balance, and it's not in time with the music. When you come in, 1, 2, she falls through. See that? And when I push, I feel, I don't stiffen the arms. I feel this breathing. I'm going to exaggerate a little bit. I feel this breathing in my arms, so I'm trying to push her with my pecs. She's trying to do the same thing. She's trying to respond. Boom. So both of us here. And we can push quite strongly and not knock each other off balance because we expanded our pecs and we let that rubber band happen. So that way, everybody keeps their balance a lot better. So that's a big one. So, and when you finish that, see, and remember this, followers. Okay, what I tell the followers, do not follow when he leads. Follow after he leads. Now what that means, and this should happen all the time. Remember, your leader can only lead. He cannot determine the quality of what you're going to do. So if you're going to do say a turn, ba-ba-da-da, he can just do this, and then you have to do the quality. Now, you can't do that if you don't take a little time between the lead and the follow. That time between the lead and the follow, then you can put in your quality. You can put in your dancing. You can put in your 2 cents in the dance. Okay? So, if we're doing something like a turn, bum, ba, ba, da, 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 rock, step, triple step, right. And she can turn. She goes back and forth. See? Now I'm doing it on one side. I'm pushing her out. She's coming in. When she's falling into me, same thing. This pec is open. My pec is open. We're pushing against each other, and now she can go. See that? So that time, back to the sugar push in West Coast swing. 1, 2. So when she comes in here, when I stop my hands, she is supposed to keep on coming forward. The music wasn't finished yet. Okay? I have to lead ahead of time to let her know a beat ahead of time where she's going next so she doesn't have to dance frantically. 1, 2, she comes in, then I push off the floor. 1, 2, she finishes, and we go. Say we're doing something like an underarm turn, or I'm sorry, a tuck turn. I turn her out, see that? Oh, sorry. Here we go. Let's do an underarm turn. Triple step, out, in. See that? I pushed her, turn her out, brought her in, stopped her again. So you notice how she's letting me work her shoulders. I'm pushing here, then I stop. And she finishes. So she comes in, when I give her a push, her pecs are open, mine are open. I push, I stop my hand. So you notice her hand stopped, but her body continued. Now she has a pinch in her pec. So that's how we can do a tuck in and out, in, and do it so it's balanced and it's more rhythmical. So we have triple step, I turn her out, she comes in, I give her a lead, then I pretty much relax. So I call it throw and let go. When you're dancing, watch, I turn her in, I give her a lead. Now, I just go with her. Once I gave the lead, I let my hands go with her so she can do the turn and I don't knock her off balance. I don't continue leading 100% of the time because that'll knock her off balance. So throw and let go. Okay, and I think that covers a lot of it. So whenever you're dancing, Try and use your elasticities. Between one arm, this is an elasticity, back and forth. Your shoulder is an elasticity like we just did, okay? And then also here, let's see if you can see this one. This is an elasticity also, from the elbow right back to there, okay? So like when we're doing turns and she comes in, not only did her pec go, but this elbow, turn this way, this elbow also went a little bit like that. Do not hold these arms stiff. Always, always absorb the shock. Then you have much better rhythm and you have a very, very much more balance for your dancing. So remember that. So between the two of us, we have 6 elasticities. In the elbow, in the shoulder. I have the same ones. So there's no way in the world that we should knock each other off balance. Everything should be absorbed. Okay, so let that bounce around in your head a little bit. Play with that. It'll make your dancing a lot better, much more enjoyable, much more balanced. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.